Well, as anyone who's been through a hurricane can tell you, one of the most difficult times is actually the cleanup. But there are ways you can make that process a little bit easier on yourself. Meteorologist Christine Kohler joins us to explain why assessing your insurance now can help you later.
Once a storm comes through, it's too late to adjust your insurance coverage. And for many companies, changes to a policy requires weeks and sometimes even a month to go into effect, which is why now is the time to make those changes.
I recommend sitting down with your insurance agent about once a year.
State Farm insurance agent Emily LaPlante is no stranger to natural disasters. She helped clients on Johns Island through last year's devastating floods and destructive tornado. She says knowing what is in your insurance policy is key.
Some of the important things to look for would be understanding your deductible. So knowing if you have a separate wind and hail or separate hurricane deductible, so you know what your out-of-pocket costs are going to be if you face a storm.
Since October, many of us now know floods are not always covered in a policy. Because storm surge often does the most damage, it's important to be covered and covered well.
Unfortunately, during the flooding that we experienced in October, I had some people that had their dwelling insured but not their contents, so they actually didn't have the coverage that they thought they did, so they were unable to have replaced couches that were flooded, different property.
And it's coverage that won't break the bank.
Charleston County is a planned flood community, so even if you fall into what we classify as one of the preferred zones, for a little more than $1 a day, you can put something in place to make sure if you did experience a flood, there was coverage for it.
Preparing for hurricane season doesn't always mean you need to spend more money on insurance.
There are a lot of things that you can even do to your home that can provide you with eligible insurance discounts. So whether that's seeing if you have hurricane shutters or resistant glass that a contractor used, if you've recently replaced windows or anything like that.
Another item on your preparation to-do list, write down what is in your home.
We have a great tool online at State Farm that you can actually keep a home inventory, so I think that's one of the important things that you can do to kind of make the claim process go smoother if you were to have a claim after a storm.
Homeowners is not the only policy you need to review either.
We had cars that were damaged during the flood that we had last October. We had that tornado in Johns Island. So you want to make sure that you carry comprehensive coverage on your vehicle.
Even if you don't own a home, you should check with your insurance agent.
Renters, same thing. If you were to experience a hurricane or anything like that, for coverage for your personal belongings, you can get something started as low as like $10 to $15 a month.
It's also a good time to review your life insurance and health insurance in case you or a member of your family is injured in a storm.
Emily also says you should keep copies of your policies in a disaster preparedness kit. That way you know who to contact after the storm, and it'll help get the claims process started quicker. Tomorrow I go to the Red Cross to show you what else you should have in your disaster kit.
And you can get all the hurricane information you will need with our hurricane guide. Keep an eye on our website, countont2.com. It's coming June 1st.